a new face, a new heart and a new soul. Welcome the all-new Vitara Brezza. Come 2020, Maruti's poster boy comes in a brand new iteration. So what's new, what's not, let's find out in this video. I am Anirban and you are watching Times of India. Well, Vitara Brezza is not a new name in the market. First time it made into the scene in 2016 Auto Expo. Well, that was the diesel only variant. Now we have much awaited petrol version of the same right here, and today we are testing this out. Let's start with the design, what has changed, what has not. And I must say, it was always a boxy design for the Vitara Brezza. Now things have become much more sharper, much more agile, and does go with the athletic stance of the Vitara Brezza. Let's start with the front. LED DRLs have been changed. These have become much more meaner and these are sleek in profile. Right up front you get this big slab of chrome. Well, they have also been retweaked, and as the name goes, facelift, well, most changes have been on the face. Skid plate has been slightly retouched, and along with that you now get LED fog lamps right here. You get brand new alloys on the side profile. Well, the side profile more or less remains the same. The one we are trying out today is the top of the line variant, and it comes in a dual tone color finish. From the broad shoulder line, if you look at the rear profile, now you get all new signature tail lamps. Well, these tail lamps do look nice, especially at night. Well, the boxy silhouette of the Vitara Brezza remains intact. There have been few cosmetic changes overall that does give the SUV a lift. However, the company has refrained from making drastic changes to any of the body panels or profile. All in all, the SUV did not find too much complaint in its buyers, and that is something that you have to note from the number of units that have been sold over the years. In 4 years' time, the diesel variant of Vitara Brezza raked over 5 lakh sales. Well, that in itself speaks volume about this SUV. Well, that was the all-new Vitara Brezza's exterior for you. The car has not gone abrupt changes, and that's a very good thing, to be honest. Well, there are two accessory packages that come with the car as well, the Sporty and the Urban. Well, you find few items that spice up the overall looks of the car. So from exteriors, let's find out what has changed inside the car. So from the interesting design cues outside, let's find out the story, what awaits inside the car. Well, it's an all-black interior that has been carried forward from the 2016 edition. It's black on the lower half and the roofline is in silver accent. The dashboard does give a little bit of plasticky feel, but it would not be bothering that much. The new addition out here is the dual glove box. One of them is cooled as well. However, the glove box on top is not there in the LXI variant. The seats are the same. These are well contoured, black in color. You have dual texture that runs throughout the seats, and I find this position to be very comfortable. You sit in a very commanding position. The steering wheel is multifunction, and again these keys are not there in the LXI variant. One of the new additions out here is the all new SmartX Connect infotainment system given here. And this one is an update on the lines of other models that have come out with this, especially the XL6 and also the Espresso. You also get automatic climate control limited to the top variants. The LXI does not get automatic air controlling system. If you look at the design language, it's neat, it's clean. You have a little bit of chrome that has been thrown around the central console here, and I would say this makes the premium quotient a little bit high about the car. If you talk about the storage spaces on offer, you have this parcel tray, small parcel tray right up front, couple of cup holders, you have bottle holders on all the door pockets, and there is a jumbo tray right in the middle. Again, with this jumbo tray, you have this sliding armrest with a leather cushioning, which will help you when you are driving for long distances, or even for the matter you are driving this car. So where does this car miss out on? I think when the competition is really offering premium features like a dash charging, the sunroof, this car could have given the same, probably optional at a premium, but Maruti could have thought about it, giving premium features for the customers who are ready to pay for that. But apart from that, the features on board are very much standard, and you would not be disappointed with how the car looks from inside. So we have taken a note of how the exterior looks, how interior things are. Now it's time for the all-important drive of the 1.5 litre petrol engine. Let's see how the new engine performs. Well, once I've started the engine, I must say it's supremely quiet and refined. Yes, those are the key words that go with this engine. Well, it is the 1.5 litre K-series engine which many of its counterpart uses, including the XL6. What's positive about this engine is that it's one of the biggest in the segments. The Nexon and the Hyundai Venue uses much smaller engine than this. The 1.5 litre K-series engine here pumps out around 103 PS power and 138 Newton meters of torque. Well, this engine is mated to both manual and automatic transmission. The manual comes in 5-way gearbox, and the automatic is a 4-way automatic with mild hybrid. So how is the engine in terms of drivability and refinement? I must say they are really nice and praiseworthy. The engine has kind of a flat low-end torque, but as it gains speed and momentum, the engine really shines. Though you find a little bit of whining noise that creeps in once the petrol engine crosses 3500 RPM mark, well, that's not very disturbing, that's not very interrupting. In case you're playing the music, it kind of subdues altogether. The clutch pedal is light. Along with that, the rowing of the transmission is very butter smooth. So in case you are traveling within the city or even on the highways, it would not cause too much of an exhaustion. Well, if you talk about the powertrains with both manual and automatic transmission, the mileage figures are really solid. And the manual powertrain gives over 17 kmpl and the automatic one gives over 18.5 kmpl. Well, those are the claim numbers, but anywhere in that range over 17 would be really great for the all-new Brezza. Well, another very important thing that you keep an eye on while driving is the steering wheel. While the feedback from the steering wheel is crisp, I would have wanted a little more responsive steering wheel given out here. Though you have other features like the audio mounted keys, cruise control and all, well, these are exclusive to the top variants. The LXI, the base variant, does not get all these keys placed on the steering wheel. The cycle parts have been borrowed from the previous generation, and by cycle parts I mean mostly the suspension setup. However, I feel there has been fine retuning of the suspensors out here. I gave it a good beating and I must say it came out really nice and solid. Slightly on the softer side, you would not find too much of a discomfort while taking it through potholes and craters at lower speeds. However, at high speeds, the suspension setup might give a few responses to the beating as well. So the Vitara Brezza sits on R16 wheels, 215 section Apollo tires. The new tires do make a little bit of screeching sound, but that should wear out as you keep driving the car. On the safety front, you have dual airbags up front, which are standard. Along with that, standard features are a reverse camera along with a reverse parking monitor. You also get ABS with EBD, ISOFIX and Hill Assist as standard features on the car. So we have completed the first drive review of the all-new Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza, and I'm happy to note there are more positives than negatives for the all-new facelift. Well, just like the Sunset, it's the phase out of the diesel powertrain, and the Vitara Brezza rises with a petrol engine now. How does the market react to it? Well, we have to wait and watch. That was Anirban signing off for Times of India. Stay tuned for further news and updates.